Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're having a great day so far. Thank you, as always, for clicking on the video and stopping on by. Today, we're going to listen to some Joan Armatrading. Thank you guys so much for being here and for stopping on in. Let's go ahead and listen to this song, Never Is Too Late, which I love the title of the track. This is going to be off of her fourth studio album, Show Some Emotion, which was released in 1977. We're listening to this track because it was suggested and sponsored by Harry. Harry, thank you so much for the recommendation, and thank you so much for the support as well. We haven't listened to this particular song from Joan, but she listened pretty much every song that we've listened to her, and while not a lot, has really been enjoyable. So I'm looking forward to this one. Let's go ahead and pull it up here. We will discuss it a little bit after. Here we go.
Alone, you turn your head around on your own. The order to the man, one strong drink. Searching for a question to give yourself some reason to talk to a stranger. Don't be afraid. We all need someone who is on our side. Some things must not wait, and the pledge short-lived or long is all that's needed.
Quiet power in this.
Don't isolate. If you see someone not dancing, that's your fault. Never is too late, and the dance short-lived or long is all that's needed. This lonely road. This lonely road. Move. Direction seems unknown. Whoa. Another hour passed and still alone. Searching for that question, looking for somebody, trying to find that person to love. Just be aware.
Such
We all need
cool way in her
someone
direction
who is
of
on
singing.
our side. Some things must not wait. Short-lived or long is all that's needed. This lonely road.
And the sweetness that drips in.
Asking for help from someone is not too easy.
Really tight drumming in here.
Direction seems unknown. Whoa, another hour passed and still alone. Searching for that
And that
question,
speed up.
looking for somebody, trying to find that person to love. Just be aware. We all need someone who is on our side. Some things must not wait, and the pledge short-lived or long is all that's needed. This lonely road. Don't isolate. If you see someone not dancing, it's your fault. Never is too late, and the dance short-lived or long is all that's needed. This lonely road.
drumming is really good. Settle back into that groove. Ending little solo, okay. This is a track that it starts off, you're like, okay. And I mean, like, starts off in the first blip, you're like, okay. But then as it goes, it just leaves you more and more and more impressed the longer it goes on. Not only is Joan obviously just a beautiful and wonderful centerpiece of vocal majesty on her own, the way that she delights and dances soulfully, whispery, sultry, powerfully, especially in this track, with the way that she especially sings along with the guitar, which has a melodic and yet, if I'm so bold as to use the word, a little bit of an aggressive bite to it. And when she sings in certain moments, especially in the verse, she puts it down. Like she for lack of a better word, spits out the word. And she does it almost like a boxer, just like one after the other, jab, 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 and then hook. And I really like that, the way that she tonally does that, because it's for me a little different than what I've heard from her, but nonetheless just as pleasing and, like I said, powerful. The music has this restrained, holding them back kind of power to it. Like I said, not only with her voice, but the guitar. While the rest of the band, especially bass and drum, are just kind of like groovily funking things out alongside with her. So you have a long list of musicians here. On this particular track, I'm not sure exactly who's drumming. I'm going to assume that it's Dave Kemper, but I'm not. Don't hold me to that. But the drums were very much in the pocket, and yet at many points coming out the pocket and handing us some change, giving us a little something else. Not dazzling as an acrobat on a high wire, not trying to do something crazy, but absolutely giving us a little bit something that catches our eye, or of course, in this case, our ear. It's a toe tapper, but it also kind of makes your feet, jumble around in a different kind of rhythm. And I like the way that he playfully puts down the drums there. Bass is going to be performed either by Dave Marquis or Brian Garofalo. They're both credited with bass. Jerry Donahue on electric guitar, which we had a really nice solo in here. And of course, Joan is also handling some acoustic guitar throughout the album. And I like how that solo comes about. It really comes in and kind of rips things asunder, I guess you could say. But then in the last 20 seconds, we get a I guess is it the organ solo? Like, that just kind of comes out of nowhere. Yeah. As the guitar continues to riff off there. And that's going to be John Rabbit Bundrick on the Hammond organ is who I can assume is playing here. And just all around coming together as a really cool crew to perform alongside of, like I said, such a great vocalist, especially in this particular track. I think that was really, really awesome how they all came together. It kind of reminds me, in some ways, it reminds me a little bit of Judy Zook, in the sense of, not that the music is the same, but in the same way that with Welcome to the Cruise, from my initial reactions in listening to it, you had a singer who is backed up by some really incredible musicians who don't just churn out a straightforward song. They play around with the music a little bit more. And I got the same kind of feeling here listening to Joan. That's at least what I'm kind of feeling. I don't know about your thinking, but I'm thinking that. Alone, you turn your head around. On your own, you order to the man, or the order to the man. One strong drink, searching for that question to give yourself some reason to talk to a stranger. Don't be afraid. We all need someone who is on our side. Some things must not wait, and a pledge, short-lived or long, is all that's needed. Who will help? Just a short pledge, but a pledge nonetheless. Don't isolate if you see someone not dancing. It's not your fault. Never is too late. And a dance, short-lived or long, is all that's needed. A dance, a pledge, both a promise in some capacity. Who will help this lonely one? Who will saunter over to this lonely one and give them someone to dance with? Move, direction seems unknown. Walk, another hour passed, and still alone, searching for that question, looking for somebody, trying to find that person to love. Just be aware. Asking for help from someone is not too easy. And I like how everything boils down to that line. Asking for help from another person is not easy sometimes for that person that needs the help to do so. So sometimes if you notice that someone needs help, take the first step, take the initiative and walk over to them. And even if they reject the help or, whatever it might be, you made an effort, and maybe that won't be the last time you make the effort. But even in you doing so and making the effort, it very well could all be, or could be all that person needed. Just that someone cared enough to make that effort to come up to them and do so. And of course, I would absolutely take this, just as she does throughout the verses, and applying it to many different situations, Sometimes it's just good just to reach out. Like seriously, sometimes it's good just to reach out to someone. That's all you need. Let me know what you all thought of it, of course, in the comments down below. Harry, thank you so much for the recommendation. Thank you so much for the support as well. I hope that you all enjoy the rest of your day. Come on back tomorrow and take a minute, maybe even 5, and reach out to someone. You never know if they might need it. Thanks, guys.